Hello everybody and welcome back to Reduce Retail. So today we have a really interesting product and it's called the Brightbox. Now if any of you are familiar with purchasing items online, you know that the product images are very important. Usually they have a white backdrop so that they can actually emphasize the product they're selling. They're usually well lit images and that's what these bright boxes do. They're actually usually called studio boxes, but this is called the Brightbox. And what they are is they're enhancing what you're taking a photo of. And I found this on Amazon for about $21. You can see here in the product listing here from Amazon. Pretty good reviews. It looks like that it's about a 10 by 11 box. So this is actually a mini studio box. It's better for smaller pictures, smaller items. But I wanted to pick up one of these because there's a lot of products that I review that I could maybe enhance my photos if I had a box, a studio box, especially because these are lighted. Again, the cost wasn't very high, so I thought it was a pretty easy choice to pick up one of these. I wanted though to review it and let you guys know what I thought. We'll do some before and after pictures with and without the Brightbox. But let's go ahead and open it up and see what we have. Like I said, this is a mini studio box, so it's not real large. There are larger boxes you can get, from 12 inches around. This is 11 by 10 to all the way up to several feet that can be pretty large. So one thing is this is very lightweight, and it looks like, let's see if there's anything else in here. Okay, so I'm guessing some sort of power cord. And at this price level, I'm not expecting a ton, but it would be nice to be able to, like I said, improve the pictures that I take for either my YouTube videos or things I sell online, because I do sell some stuff online. So just a basic micro USB to USB cord. And then this is what we get. Getting started, open. Brightbox is super easy to set up. Here's how. And this gives you a little tutorial. It looks like it's really basic. And again, this is very lightweight. This feels like a nice kind of, not cardboard, I wouldn't say, but kind of I guess maybe plasticky cardboard. So here we have it. And here's some of the LEDs, and it looks like it just kind of pops together. Let's see if we can't figure this out. And again, I probably should be reading the directions, but of course, what's the fun in that? Let's see here. Alrighty, so it took me a second to figure out. These are actually magnets. So they just click onto each other and they stay in place. Because it's so lightweight, they're able to stay in place without any issue. Again, this is your LED strip, and then there are two backdrops, a very white backdrop and a black backdrop. Again, this is very lightweight, which is kind of nice in some circumstances, especially if you want to take this as portable. Very easy, because again, it just breaks down super simple all the way down. I guess I'll show you guys here, give you an idea. And you're done. That's all it is. Nice logo there. I didn't see that at first. And then all you do is pop it up. And I found what's easiest is if you open up these and kind of hold them out so that they're not facing inward as much. And honestly, it just comes together very simply. And then you have the bottom and the back. Little thing that holds it in place. And then I'll show you the different edges of the Brightbox. I think this actually can go on the outside. Maybe if you wanted to, there you go. Very portable. So, let's go ahead and connect the backlight. So one thing I will say is this cord is not very long. I do not care for that. The plus side to it is that you can always buy a new one because all it is a micro to USB. And it looks like actually you're gonna need a power brick because I do not have one of them, because it does not come with one of those power bricks. So here's the connection point. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so very basic. It's just like that. And these should light up. Let's see if we can't make that happen. Alrighty, so I had to actually get a longer cord because that is so short. So that's gonna be one of the drawbacks, is this is not a very long cord, but I would say maybe 2 feet long, but you can just replace it with any other cord. So I have a longer one here. So let's plug this in and see what we have. and it automatically turns on. Very bright. Fortunately, my cord is not super long, so let's flip it this way. I know this is upside down, but it'll give you an idea of the Brightbox. And so this is all super well lit, and if I put a back on it, there you go. That gives you your backdrop so you can place something in the Brightbox, and it'll be very well lit with some very white edges so that it will continue to bounce the light all off in the box. So let's go ahead and take some pictures and see what we have. Alrighty everybody, we are back and I've had a chance now to use the Brightbox. And there are definitely some pros and cons, but I want to go ahead and start showing you some of the pictures I took before and after. I do sell some stuff online, and you'll see that I was selling a Tiffany necklace, and you'll see some of the before, and then you'll see an after picture of several photos I took. And photos are very important, and some of the photos that I took weren't too bad originally, but this Brightbox kind of just emphasized the item that much more. It was able to light it better. I had a perfect white backdrop. Everything that I kind of needed to enhance, this was able to do. So those are some of the pros, and we'll go over all of the pros. But let's start with some of the cons. One of the biggest issues most people are going to face with this is the size. Remember, this is only 10 by about 11 inches. It's about a cubic foot. And so anything that is a large item is not going to be able to be fitted into this space. You're going to have to find a medium, maybe medium small item. Even any small item will be great. But a medium to medium small is going to be the largest item that you can take pictures of. So keep that in mind if this is something you're interested in. The other thing is the backdrops, and you'll see a picture here that I've added into the video. There's just small little clips up that hold the two backdrops in place. They're not really that great. Once you get them in, they don't move, which is nice. They kind of do what they're supposed to do, but they're kind of a pain to get set up. And I kind of had a little bit of a struggle when I was setting them up initially. So make sure you kind of know that. And lastly, probably the lighting. The lighting is iffy. It's not terrible, but I want to go ahead and show you guys the light. This is the LED bar, and it definitely produces quite a bit of light. Now, as you can see, it actually can bend. So you can force light towards the back of the box, and it will reflect around the box. The only downside to only being one bar of light is that if you try and get at a certain angle, you will see a shadow. You will cast a shadow with whatever you're taking a photo with. If you don't want to do zoom, I was trying to, without do zoom, I was trying to get as close as I could to the product, but because the light all was from the front, if you can imagine pushing backwards, my camera was catching it and causing a shadow. So I actually had to kind of back up. You could use just a slight amount of zoom if you wanted to, but sometimes people don't like to use zoom because it will deteriorate the picture quality. So that was one small thing, but I was still able to get the photos. It just took a little bit of caressing because it didn't have lights or LEDs all the way around. Some light boxes do. There's some higher quality light boxes, but remember the price point is vastly different. $20 versus maybe $150 to probably closer to $200. This is 1/10 the cost. So keep that in mind when you do think about your options. Now, the USB cord was another iffy. Like I said, I think it was about 2 feet, but it is just a standard USB to micro USB. You can pick up longer ones. You can pick up a 10-foot one, and it will plug right in the side, and you do need some sort of wall adapter brick that can plug your USB side into it. But once that takes place, once you get all that set up, it runs smoothly. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's very basic, and that leads me into a lot of the pros. It's very basic. It is not hard to deal with. It just goes right up. So from the get-go, if you're looking at the Brightbox, you pop it up, pop it back, and once you get these in line, it's done. That's the Brightbox. Now I know it has a little bit of bow, but it's very easy to fix that. And then it sits up on its side. And you can see I have the white backdrop in there right now. And this is the light bar. So, and as you guys saw in the video, this is what lights up, and but yeah, then you can just break it down. You can break it down in any way that you want. You just break it, pop those down, and there you go. And you have a Brightbox, and it is so portable. So that's, again, one of those positives. This has got to be one of the most portable boxes ever. It takes no time to break down, and it does what you want to do for a small, like I said, small to medium sized object. I am going to be using this. I'm going to use it for some of the videos. I am probably going to go ahead and buy a larger box, maybe more of a 2 foot by 2 foot or 3 foot by 3 foot studio box that I might use for some of the pictures that for other things I sell online, or some of the thumbnails that I want to make of some of the products that may not fit into this. But overall, guys, I'm really happy with it. If you take into consideration the price, I think it is a great deal, and it does do what you want to do. It has the white and the black backdrop, so both backdrops that you would need. You could put any type of foam backdrop if you wanted. You could put a green screen behind it, and that would work if you had the camera accessories needed to take photos and videos on this Brightbox. So that is a really neat concept, and I really like it. I will put a link in the description below. Guys, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be continuing to put new content up. You guys are great. I appreciate all the support, and you take care.